But I'll tell you about this man here, because the night before the final, we met him at a gathering, and he told Dinesh Karthik that I want to be there tomorrow at the final because I want to see India win a World Cup on home soil. I want to feel that moment. And when we were leaving, this is what he did. Tomorrow. This is what Rohit and Rohit, you were there. And it was a game that had all the emotional ups and downs. How was it sitting in the balcony and watching this?
No, it's watching from the outside is not as tough as it is inside. But I know what they've gone through all these years. I can understand the emotion. I can understand the feeling of going through that setbacks year after year and not winning the World Cup. So I understand how it feels. So while I was there, I could see the happiness amongst everyone. And that's the moment you live for. That's the moment you work so hard for, to go and win that and be there, playing the finals and going on to winning the finals. I'm sure a lot of process, a lot of hard work has went in before that World Cup started. And I know along the tournament, you still go through a lot of ups and downs. I was just asking her about, after the England game, the coach had a pretty, I know Amol Mazumdar really well because I played cricket with him. He was my first captain when I made my debut for Mumbai. And I understand him and I know him really well. So I was just asking Harman about was he calm, was he cool during the tournament. But I was not surprised to hear the answer from Harman. But that's Amol, and he's very passionate about the game. He's very passionate about the team. He's just, in general, he's very passionate. So I can even though I was not there, but I could feel it, what happened in that dressing room after that England game. But it's all in, positive way, because he wants the team to do well, and he wants the players to do well. But for them to just lift that trophy at the end of the day, watching there, I was there to watch that, was a great feeling in itself, not just for me, but the entire nation who was watching it on television or who were there at the ground as well. I could understand what it must have gone through to go through and, finally to lift that trophy.
Now is not the moment, maybe later in the conversation, because all we heard from them was Amol just doing you. We will see and explore if we can get into the details of that. But for now, these are two who have handled and carried the weight of expectations. But there is one now who is going to have to do that, and he's done a great job so far. So I think we've got another world champion already here, and we'll be wishing him luck as the captain. So let's set the stone. Unfortunately, we've only got a 180-degree platform for him to play here. But good evening, Surya.
Good evening.
Is that okay, right? 180 is enough.
Yeah.
There's no 360. You can. There are people over there as well, the tech crew, which is eagerly waiting to hear what you've going on. When I saw that little thing when Mr. Gupta was on the stage and he said, we're hoping, Surya and his team are going to go. Is it now just feeling a lot more real? I know you've been prepping for the last year and a bit. You just come at the back of series. You've got 10 more games. But today with this formalizing and the announcement, is it feeling a lot more real now?
Good evening, everyone. It's a lot of challenge going into the T20 World Cup. I am very excited to be leading this team at the same time. It's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, it gives me a lot of motivation looking at that trophy. When we reached West Indies, and every time we were having that national anthem, we used to eye this silverware every single time. And we thought as soon as final comes, we have to win this trophy. And after seeing it again so close, it gives me a lot of motivation. That too, playing in India, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
And you played your incredible part at long off, Surya Kumar Yadav. For that moment, we can have a big round of applause. You've seen the groups. Let me start with you, Rohit. Which is the toughest group?
Look, it's our group obviously has Pakistan, US, and Netherlands and Namibia. They're all competitive teams. Um, you cannot go into a tournament thinking that this is, just a walkthrough teams and all that. Not anymore. With all these teams playing so many competitive games throughout the year, around the year, and you can't take the foot off the pedal with any teams. You just have to be on the ball from right from the ball one, and then again, there's no such thing as any team upsetting any team, because all these teams are quite competitive. They are watching the other teams, how they play, what they do, what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are. Now every team comes very well prepared. I'm quite amazed to see Italy there, which shows the growing nature of our sport, which is what we want. We want our sport to go global, and we want to see all these new teams come in and participate. And good to see, so many teams now. 20 teams is a great achievement, which shows that, the sport is only going bigger. And I hope to see many more teams in the future as well. Hopefully we can see many more teams from Europe, Africa, from Southeast Asia as well, Japan, maybe. You never know, because I have a lot of friends there. I know they play competitive cricket there. So they are looking forward to, come and compete with all these big teams. Eventually we'll see that, in years to come. We've already seen, the sport has taken a giant leap anyway in the last 2 or 3 years, and it's only going to get bigger and better. So yeah, not getting too much into detail of, what the groups look like, because like I said, I'm going to be a little diplomatic here and say every team is competitive. We got to be ready. And that's, Surya will vouch for this, because that's how we do our team meetings as well. We don't want to take anybody lightly. We just want to go out there and play the game that we are supposed to, and not worry about what is happening elsewhere.
Let's look at India's fixtures. Surya will take you through India's fixtures. This is obviously the highlight that everyone would be on the lookout for millions of fans. Starts against the USA on what will be the opening, that is at the Wankhede in Mumbai, then the Arun Jaitley Stadium up against Namibia, then taking on the arch rivals at the Premadasa in Colombo, and then Netherlands at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad on the 18th of February. But goes without saying, there will be a lot of highlight of the game on the 15th. I know recently you had said that there is a lot of build-up, but it's a rivalry where the numbers are stacked heavily in India's favor. So the build-up, but the fans and everything, it's a rivalry that will be built up. Does it help that you've played them a few times off late? And how do you approach the game? Because it still tends to be on the outside, a big rivalry with fans saying there is a lot at stake.
Well, I feel the group looks quite decent. It's a T20 format. You never know which team has a good day on a given day. It's all about 2 batters coming out and 2 bowlers having a good day. But the group looks good. It's quite decent. We're playing at good venues: Mumbai, Delhi, Ahmedabad. And then you come talk about the game on the 15th. I think we've played them recently during the Asia Cup, and we had a good time. Everything was completely focused on cricket, nothing else, as you must have seen. But yeah, I'm sure it'll be a good game. Boys are always excited to have an India Park game, and they have a good time when they go on the ground.
Tell us, you're part of the team, you're out there, you're about to step onto the field. It's a big game that's on stake, and then you're playing in front of your home crowd. So everyone is going to be cheering for you. There's going to be stands packed with those blue jerseys. What is it that you tell the boys? And this is obviously a very fearless generation that goes out and plays a very attacking brand of cricket. So how is that pressure conversation? How does that come in, with fans playing at home, and how do you deal with that?
Well, the boys are very excited. Everyone is very keen to be a part of this squad going into the T20 World Cup, and I've shared a lot of experiences. I have been part of a wonderful unit in 2023 when we played ODI World Cup in India. The vibe was completely different. I've told them clearly it's a completely different ball game, yes, the fans will be similar how you see in franchise cricket, but when India comes in picture, when you play for the country, it has a completely different emotion altogether. So they are very excited. We've been trying to play a different brand of cricket. Hopefully we continue the same thing going into the World Cup. But yes, everyone is really excited. Playing in India, I'm sure it will be a different feeling, and leading the T20 side in India, very challenging. Yes, there will be pressure, but at the same time, unbelievable amount of support from everyone in India and all across the globe. So it's going to be a great one, great moment.
Rohit, when you get to enter that dressing room, I know it's in a different capacity, but it won't just be as a brand ambassador. It will be the captain. You've almost assembled a lot of these boys. What are you going to tell them when they embark on this campaign?
Still some time to go. I think we're gonna. I keep meeting all these guys. I'm still playing. I'm gonna go to Ranchi and meet some of these guys there, who are going to be part of the T20 setup. And there's always a conversation that happens between the players. And I am somebody who likes to talk, discuss, get into their mindset a little bit, and understand what they're thinking. And you know, I've always been a person who's there to, provide an advice if there is one to be given, or hear them out and see if there's a solution that can be found for that. So I like doing that. That comes very naturally to me as well. But again, look, like I said, these guys are having a great run of late. I don't think there's much that needs to be changed. And I was literally there a year back, so I understand all this pressure from the outside and all that. So I'm not going to tell him that either, that shut the outside noise, because that is something that we've created amongst ourselves, where when there's a job at hand, how to focus on that particular thing. And I'm sure some of these guys are pretty good at that. There are a lot of the new guys who have come in as well, but I think they've settled in pretty nicely. So it's just now carrying from, where they left in Australia, and they've got 10 games before that, before the World Cup. 5 now against South Africa, 5 against New Zealand. Both are a very good team. And then they can see themselves where they stand, what needs to be done. The final prep obviously will be just around, I think, when they play New Zealand. That's when they should try and get their playing 11, or not playing 11, but at least they're 15 in their mind, and then go with that. There's no right or wrong. Obviously, you always try and make decisions what is right for your team, but things can obviously sometimes not work out for you. But that doesn't mean you made a mistake. You always try and make the decision based on what you think is right for the team, and then go with that and back that thought, back that ideology that you had before the tournament. Nothing changes within the span of 1 month. You had a certain thought before the tournament started, and I don't see any reason why that needs to change when you are into the middle of the tournament and something goes wrong, or things are not working out. There's always quality in that team, to try and bring in someone. If they need to bring in someone. Otherwise, I think it's a pretty settled team, pretty relaxed. All they just need to do now is, enjoy that moment, because you don't get to play World Cup every time. These World Cups are very, very important, and cherish and enjoy whenever you have the opportunity. Anyway, that's it. I think I'm just talking like a mental coach here. I don't want to do that, because eventually it's about enjoying as well. So which I think will be my last, I wouldn't say advice, but something that I'll tell all these guys.
Everybody here would love to listen to as much as what you've got to say, and to get a little sneak peek into the conversations that you have with your Garden Boys clubs. Now, here's a hypothetical question, Surya, which was actually debated a lot, and then, because we usually know that you could get a diplomatic answer, but then everybody said with Surya, there's no diplomacy. He'll give you the answer that you are looking for. So it's a hypothetical situation. You've made it to the final. I mean, winning the trophy in itself is very special. But which is that one team that you'd like to play and win that final against? It's a hypothetical situation. Harman and Rohit are probably going to be put this question to next, depending on your answer.
Narendra Modi Stadium, Ahmedabad, Australia. Definitely.
Rohit, finish it. Have the last word.
ICC side से बोल लो.
We need the mic.
Obviously, I want India to be in the finals. I don't really, can't really put my finger on another team and say this and that. What has happened in the past has happened. I know it was, Surya said it with a very with a very heavy heart there, with Australia coming there and beating them in the same stadium. But I think India playing final against any team and India coming on top is what I would love to see. And pretty sure, I don't know what the others want, but I don't care about the opposition, to be honest. I prefer India to be there, and then let's see what happens.
Look at Surya. He's been waiting because we thought twice or thrice in this answer we might just get a team.
No, look, with that finals in Ahmedabad, God has been very kind, where we went on to win the finals from the position that we were in, and to go on to win that finals after that. It was truly a miracle, and then 6 months, 8 months later, India go on to win another ICC trophy. So I'm pretty happy with that.
We'll take that. We'll take that, Rohit. Thank you so much. As we know, the teams are divided into 4 groups, and the top 2 teams from each group are going to make it to the Super 8s. Just quickly going through the format of this ICC Men's T20 World Cup. 8 teams that will then take on each other in the Super 8s, and the top 4 will make it to the semi-finals. Depending on who qualifies, the first semi-final will either be in Kolkata or it will be in Colombo, with the second one being in Mumbai. And then again, the final, depending on the teams that make it, will take on each other at either Colombo or in Ahmedabad on the 8th of March. The youngsters pick up the bat and ball for the love of it, have new heroes, and I'm sure, Surya, the entire nucleus right now, I mean, they're already heroes, they're fearless, they're playing a great brand. You've got some great competition that will be lined up. I'm sure everyone is really looking forward to the tournament, and the conversations must have begun.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, as soon as they got to know that the T20 World Cup is in India, the conversations already started, how exciting it's going to be. And I mean, as I said, they are very excited. And the moment we started playing this format after the 2024 T20 World Cup, we wanted to play a different brand of cricket, do something different than what was happening before that. So yeah, it is very exciting. The conversations in the group are very, very positive, and everyone is very, very excited.
Yeah, the question is, no team has ever defended the crown. Will that happen? No teams won at home. Will that happen? There could be a lot of firsts, a lot of historic moments that could feature in this 10th edition of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. A quick look at the fixtures of the opening day then. That will be on the 7th of February 2026. It will be Pakistan versus the Netherlands. That is the first game that will kickstart in Colombo. In the afternoon, it will be 2-time champions, the West Indies, taking on Bangladesh at Eden Gardens in Kolkata. And then it will be the defending champions who will walk out at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai to start their campaign against the US of A. Surya, thank you so much from all the Indian fans. Wishing you all the very best for the tournament. May you play your hearts out and may you go on to achieve great things. May it just be a spectacular tournament for all of you and all the competitors who are probably watching as well. Harman, once again, thank you so much for joining us and for the great memories that you brought to the entire nation about a month ago. And Rohit Sharma, we will see you in a great capacity through the tournament. And of course, shortly from now, on the field with the bat in hand as well.